Girl, you know you're all for me.
This I know this is all for me. Listen up.
Yo, this your boy S.O.S.S, and you're tuned in to His, Hers, and the True podcast with Nika T and Steph G. You're listening to my new single, All For Me, featuring Monte Ray, available now on all streaming platforms.
Illegal features, face should be on a wanted poster. Let me show you a good life like a man supposed to. Lay you down with some good pipe.
What up, this Steph G,
And this is Nika T.
and this is
His, Hers, and the Truth podcast.
What's happening, man?
Nothing much.
It's hot, man. I got my fat boy towel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fat boys. We all in here, except for one. You know what I'm saying? Fat boys taking over. How you doing, though?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I am hot. Like, for real. Like, seriously.
Take your jacket off.
I am eventually when I get into the rhythm of the conversation that we're gonna have later on.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna take my jacket off. But how you been doing? What's new? What's been going on, man? You're a whole different person now.
Am I?
Yeah, seven days ago you weren't who you were now.
Really? I feel like I'm still the same person.
No, man, you've been finna be a whole new person, new government. Eventually.
Yeah.
You know,
Last week was incredible.
Tax bracket went up 20,000.
Oh, cut it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Cut it
Everybody,
out.
did y'all tax bracket go up 20,000 in 7 days? No.
Bro.
Mine didn't.
Bro. Cut
20,000, man. Ugh.
Cut it out.
Everybody not able. We doing a recap from 7 days.
I understand, but you going like overboard with it.
I'm ecstatic. I'm happy.
Thank you for being
It's
happy.
20,000. 20,000. Wow. 20,000. Wow.
Why?
Exactly. Ain't can't nobody say that.
Why are you being like this right now?
Cause I wish somebody would come and give me 20,000.
What?
You know,
What?
throw
Ain't
me an
nobody-
extra
Ain't
20,000.
nobody
Wow.
gave me no 20,000.
Man, you get 20,000. Wow.
Bro.
That's what we gonna name this episode. 20,000. Wow.
No, we not. No, we not.
Yes, we
I
are.
don't understand why you think. Okay.
Well, I think you went up 20,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Because you did. I mean, I don't.
Okay. If that's how you feel.
Come on,
Dang.
man. That was weak, man.
Okay. No, because you're going to hold me this time. I ain't about to play with you. We done been through this several times.
No,
I'm good.
I don't want to do you like that.
I'm good. But nah, I mean, yeah, the engagement happened last week.
Boom!
I enjoyed that.
I did too, man. That shit was nice. It was
Aww.
real smooth. Like it was light. It was from the diaphragm. You know what I'm saying? You know how motherfuckers say sing from your diaphragm? I don't know how you supposed to sing like that, but I know that proposal was from that motherfucker. So I am inspired, That's what's up though.
I'm glad that you're inspired.
So what else been going on, man? Shit too bright.
Nothing much, really. Working.
Just same old shit.
Same old shit.
Yeah.
Same old shit. Just working, chilling. Trying to get my chi back.
Your what back?
My chi. Trying to get back
Oh.
centered. All of that good stuff.
You thrown off? Or
Just a little bit.
why?
I like to take on a lot of tasks at one time.
So are you saying you can't multitask?
I can multitask.
Not effectively though, or efficiently.
It's just the number of things that I can multitask. It's
So how
the
many
problem.
things can you multitask? How many things can you stay focused on?
I'm in the process of figuring that out.
Mm.
I'm in the process of figuring that. We talked about that today.
We did? Yes, we sure did. Damn, what else did we talk about?
That was about it.
Well, like I said, what was
What's
the
going on?
quote? What was the statement? Don't worry about what's wrong. Focus on the right.
Don't focus on what's
wrong.
what's wrong with you. Focus on what's right for you.
There we go. And who was that by? Who
That
told you that? Who told you that?
You did, best
Nah.
friend. You did.
That's what I'm saying, man. I got some nice words of wisdom that I like to share. I'm still waiting on yours though. Even we talked about this 2 episodes ago.
See, you know what?
See what?
I'm not even. I'm not even going. You just irk my soul.
That's
Cause
not wisdom.
you ruin things. You ruin things.
I don't. It's not always supposed to be just
You ruin
pretty.
things.
It gotta be some laughter into it. Y'all agree? You gotta laugh in life, right?
I mean, I completely agree that you laugh in life, but you be ruining stuff. You don't allow people to do things naturally for you because you just be like, I'm expecting it. Nigga, when is you gonna give it?
I mean, the natural.
You know,
I'm
you are
just
that person. Go on and accept it.
no. I would say in gifts in the area of gift giving, maybe I do ruin stuff because it's just like, all right, I'm just go ahead and get it because it's just like,
And you so impatient.
oh no, hell no, I disagree with that.
That yeah, you impatient.
About what though?
And when it comes to gift giving and things like that, which I completely understand, that's your love language. I get it.
No, okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. You're not a sneaker person, right? So if I tell you some sneakers are coming out on tomorrow, right? And I know those sneakers are probably gonna sell out if I don't get them tomorrow. And I know you can't get them for me tomorrow. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go get them bitches so that there's no
No,
resale
nigga.
paying. There's have you seen the resale price of shoes?
Bro,
Stupid.
I don't pay attention to that.
That's exactly why I just said you're not a sneaker person, so you wouldn't understand why that.
I
That's
need
really
to go
the only.
get some new sneakers.
That's
I didn't have the same pair of sneakers for
Yeah.
3 years.
What when Stan was talking about paying run over shoes on Martin, yeah, but
Like, bro.
I mean, you don't
had
go
the same-
nowhere.
I don't.
So you can still.
I love my Chucks looking dingy.
Nah, bro, I don't love.
Like
all that.
I love my all white Chucks looking
I
dingy.
can't wear
I
flat
love it.
shoes, man. That shit hurt. Motherfuckers with clown feet.
Is that because you don't have an arch? Or do you have
I
an arch?
do. I think when you have one, you can't wear.
I mean, they don't bother me.
I think when you have an arch in your foot, flat shoes hurt.
They don't bother me, and I have an arch.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, because your run over joints don't bother you either.
I don't have Jordans.
What they got to do with that? I said your run over joints.
Oh, I thought you said my run over Jordans.
Uh-uh.
I was about to say I don't have.
You should get a pair. You should get a pair of ones. Why?
Listen, the only way I would have a pair of Jordans in my closet is if they are gifted to me.
All right, but why wouldn't you buy your own pair?
That's just not my preference.
You remember you showed me that black-owned shoe company?
Mm-hmm.
I said, bro, you get the fuck out of here with them shits, man. Listen, I will buy from a black-owned company that has, what's the phrase for them? Consignment or something like that, shoes and shit.
Consignment.
What is it called? Anyway, if a black-owned company get the Air Maxes, the J's, all the shits that I like, all right, cool.
So you don't want to go to a black-owned company that's creating their own shoe.
If they look, because a lot of the black-owned companies that's creating their own shoe, either them shoes look bad, and I will give you some time to keep designing, or they look like the regular shoes, like one dude got some ones, but he put a fucking Thunderbolt on them. They look straight. They look, yeah, it's like a lightning, whatever.
Okay.
But it looks good, but it's like I would rather buy the regular ones. You know what I'm saying? You hitting for the same price as Jay's, cool, but I would just rather
Why?
buy the ones.
Why would you rather buy the ones over
The symbolism,
that business?
the symbolism
What you mean?
of the OG ones, what they resemble. I like the fact that these are the original joints that I couldn't get when I was growing up.
Okay.
Not the ones that's you know what I'm saying, close to what you couldn't have. Oh, I mean, shit. They got the money now.
But why you look at it as something close to what you couldn't have?
Because that's what it was. I wanted J's growing up, but I couldn't get them.
Okay, you were talking about back then. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the shoe.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the shoe that resembled the one.
Oh, no. But, I mean, yeah, teach his own, man. To each his own.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's why.
But I respect that. I respect that.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Thank you. Do y'all know what today's topic finna be about? You alright, man? You sleeping? You gotta work.
Walt
You gotta work
Deezy
tomorrow.
sleepy.
Oh man, you straight, bro. Hey,
But shout out to him
got some
back
cut at
there
home?
behind the camera.
you do?
Stop it! Stop it!
Nah, you gotta. You gotta wake
Stop
up. You gotta
it.
wake up for that. She like you supposed to knock on it.
Don't be getting people in trouble.
You the one saying names. I ain't said not one name.
I was giving him a shout out for being behind the camera. He said he
We-
was tired and
we
he was
have-
behind the camera.
We have
You
multiple
were-
people behind the camera, so nobody gets in
But-
trouble.
We're
No,
not talking
that's
about
the
no
title.
damn-
The title is
That
20,000 Wow.
That is not the title at all.
Alright, she gonna tell y'all, but the title 20,000 Wow. I'm gonna go in and you know how Kanye be going in and switching shit on his own album. Dude, the truth about 20,000 Wow.
The fact that you don't touch that shit at all lets me know that whatever I put in there
It's
is
gonna
gonna
be in
stay.
there.
It's gonna stay.
No, but how y'all doing, man? How y'all?
13 pounds lighter.
That's what's up, man.
Good for you. That's amazing. I done gained weight.
Yeah. When y'all starting y'all diet?
I cooked vegan today.
Yeah, that's today. Did y'all eat?
No, we've been eating vegan all week.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. How's that going?
it's going good.
Y'all be hungry than a motherfucker, don't y'all?
You be hungry?
Nigga be in the bed. I can't say nothing right now.
Man, nah. Cause he already know if he want to eat, he can eat. I don't restrict no. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of them type of women that be like, you can't eat that. We doing this. No, bro. If you want to go have you a hamburger,
you
go
gonna
have you a
feel
hamburger.
a certain way, man, when you like, man, I'm supposed to be here supporting my woman and her, goals of veganism, but then the burger.
I mean, but am I not correct in saying that it's partially your goal to become vegan as well? Okay.
What made y'all want to be vegans?
We had decided on that before me and him even got together. Before we met, before we got together, anything.
Also, in y'all separate lives, y'all were.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't let the yard bird go. Come on. And I know the wings
that's
are
what's-
fire. wasn't
That's
it?
what's hard for him is the chicken and the seafood.
I don't fuck with seafood like that. No
I love
crab
me some
legs,
seafood.
none of that shit. I can't do it. Mm-mm.
What's been going on in your life? Wipe your forehead. You glistening.
Oh, yeah, the light shining on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know them pastors, they be like, in the Lord said, thou cannot wash my sins away. He will not defeat me. Hallelujah.
Y'all going to hell.
Hey, listen, growing up, whenever we had the time to do the skits, like past the anniversary, and I had the chance to pretend I was the pastor, I tore that shit up. Nigga, I went hard. I was like, ha, hallelujah, ha, and the Lord said.
Cut it out.
I ain't said nothing but 4 words in 5 minutes. They be yes, yes. And then they be like, "Go ahead, pastor." Be like, "Shut the fuck up, man. I'm ready to go home." But no, I've been good, man. Just came, well, not just came back, but had me a little getaway.
Yeah, you mentioned that
This
last week.
weekend, this past weekend, and you know, it was cool. It was a nice getaway, but like I say, I ain't going back to that town. That town is quite not what I expected,
Mm.
and
I don't know why.
I mean, but you might tell yourself some part of Florida might be lit, but in actuality, it's not what you think it is.
Right.
So I heard a lot of black people going there before, and I'm thinking it's real diverse since a lot of black people go there. Shit.
Black people like to venture into places where they're not wanted.
Yeah, but that's
Often.
when you know you're not wanted there.
But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like they tend to venture into those places even though they know that they're not wanted. We have this strong desire to be included with,
Those people.
yeah, those that don't
I'm
necessarily like us.
yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we wanted to integrate. We wanted to have equal rights. Like, bro, I want
And you know what?
something
That's what a lot
away
of
from, like, I want to be able to have space away from them.
that's what a lot of black people are realizing now. Like that whole integrate thing made us weaker. You know, everything that was segregated, that was individual for the race, it was like that was better for us. That was what we needed at the time. So
Right.
I mean, yeah, you right about that. I know I ain't going back though. That's for sure. Oh man, little mama going
Well,
back for a man.
yeah.
Yep,
When he moved, she moved.
just like that. Oh man, she got her eye on you.
Wait a minute, where he going?
All right,
That's
but
funny.
we can go ahead and jump into the topic,
All
man.
right.
So the topic for today is let me see.
Does a good man?
Not does.
Yes.
When
No, you said the topic that you put into
hey,
the drive.
the topic for today is
Mm-mm. Stop it.
when a good
Stop it.
man
Stop it.
makes a woman lazy.
You so trifling, cause that's not what you wrote.
I mean, you can add does, and I'm gonna tell you why I do. So you can go ahead and say does.
But that's what you wrote. That's what you originally wrote.
You can go ahead and
So
say
why would you change your intent? Why would you not just say your
I'm
original
not changing
intent
my intent.
when you put?
My intent was to tell you why it does, right? So
But your suggestion was the topic. Okay. All right. Continue.
do you want the topic?
Let's
Do you want
go.
to say the topic?
Let's go.
Do you want to say the topic?
We didn't
So
just
you done
had
gave me
like
all that shit.
we didn't had like
when
a
I-
2 minute debate over what the topic was supposed to be. Everybody pretty much know that it's either does a good man make a woman lazy or when a good man makes a woman lazy. So at
All
this
right.
point, let's go on into it.
Do you think a good man makes a woman lazy?
I think it depends on the woman. I don't think it's a thing about the man.
So for me, in my mind, I think so. And you know, of course, it's always vice versa. You know what I'm saying? A good woman can make, you know, a man lazy. And shit, we hear about how, why, and what for, you know, all the time. So, oh shit. I had a couple points that I felt like what might be uh, correct for me and why, you know, a good man makes a woman lazy. Let's see. You know, some women do slow down with the upkeep of themselves. That's not a problem. But so, you know, sometimes that you know you were in the gym hard, you were, you know, trying to make yourself look good. You wanted to, you know, you kept focused on your body goals. That stuff does change when you get a good man. You get somebody that really likes who you are. You get somebody that you start to do adventurous things with. You start to enjoy food more, chilling more. It might be some type of activity that y'all might do, but all in all, it's gonna be like I just want to lay up with you. So all that activity, all that stuff all that physical activities you were doing, that slows down. Let's see. Taking a step back financially. In some case, of course, this is not everybody's case, but in some cases, uh, a lot of women will say, all right, if you're in a household with children, they'll say, I'll take a step back and I'll watch the kids. You can go to work. I'll be at home, or I can do something part time to just contribute a little bit as what I'm saying, pay all the bills. Uh, yeah, and that part. Let's see. I hate when this shit goes down. Uh, I think more so when it's a form of laziness, it's when it comes like to parenting sometimes. Uh, I think a lot of women would, they get in their feelings with their children, by getting in their feelings with their children, and going back and forth with them, they're more likely to just drop them off on you. They're more likely to say, hey, take care of or watch or deal with your child right now because I'm not feeling it. So now it's like, all right, even if you were in a bad mood, and usually when men are in a certain mood, they don't say much or nothing, but they try to process it on their own. So if they're in a bad mood and then they have to deal with the energy of that child, it's just like, all right, you just drop them off on me, and I gotta do what I gotta do because I usually am not one of those people who. Well, I'm just saying from what I've seen, and I'm not one of those people who would be like,
You
hey,
just dropped the child off on me. The fuck?
yeah, like I've seen situations where the mom and the child is into a disagreement, or the authority isn't going how it's supposed to be between those two, and so it'll be, hey, come deal with your child right quick because
That's
deal with
what the
this.
fuck a partnership is.
But
That no no no
this
no
is
no no.
this is
You don't get to say that that's a part of laziness simply because a woman is in a position where she's now calling her partner in to say, "Hey, help me out in this situation."
well, that's what I'm saying. It's not calling them in to help. It's, hey, come deal with this because I'm through. It's not saying, hey, can I get a minute?
But you
but
watch
listen,
them deal with this situation
but
for a
listen,
minute.
but listen. So there's a way I think you should come at that situation. I think you should say, hey, to my partner, I'm feeling a certain way right now, or hey, I'm getting a little bit more frustrated than what I should be. Can you come and talk to her? You know, and that's if you want to come, if you want your partner to come in and help with the situation, then that's one thing. But even if kids are like infants, they kicking, screaming, you know, it's, hey, deal with your baby right quick. I don't feel like doing it. That's. I mean, this is, like I say, this is just to me, to what my idea, things that I've seen, things that I've heard about. Uh, that makes
I'm
that
trying
can
to
make.
understand how this laziness. I'm trying to understand how that can be considered as laziness. Like something when it comes down to the kids. Number one, why should she even have to open her mouth up to say, "Hey, I can't deal with my kid," or "I can't deal with this right now. Come handle this."
Because
Like if you see that they are going back and forth, or if you see that there are issues and this is your partner, you and her are parenting this child together, why is there not a backup automatically? Like, why does it have to take for her to be like, hey, I need a break?
No, yeah, I know. Oh, so I mean, the reason why it's looking like that is because as men, we may have a irritability, whatever. I'm tongue tied, but that level might be higher than a woman. So therefore, while we're sitting here trying to deal with a child, and we're going through the ups and downs with this child at the moment about a certain situation. Usually, we're not the ones that say, "Hey, go get her," because I'm not finna deal with this. I haven't seen that. So what I'm saying is basically, the
And
one.
that's because most of the time the moms are the one that's dealing with the kids.
What do you mean?
Most of the time the dads are not the ones that the kids are running to. They're not the ones that when they got to go to the bathroom or do anything, most of the time it's the mama that they calling. They don't call daddy often. They don't call daddy often. They on mama's top at all times. At all
But and
times.
well, I guess I know as a dad's perspective, I've seen and you when you call me on FaceTime, she's always right there. You know what I'm saying? She's always beside me trying to, play, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like I have to be so attentive to, what she's doing,
And
and
I mean
it's
there
a lot of times it's daddy, 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 daddy,
and I
daddy.
mean there are those situations. There are a lot of times, like even me and when me and my mom were living together, there were a lot of times where Ja was always on my top. But then there were a lot of times where she was always on Gigi's top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That at some point, yeah, they may hop up on you and be like, "Hey, look, I need attention from you, specifically you." And they gonna do that. But in most situations, they going to the person they done known the longest.
I don't. I guess just the situations that I've seen have been just very different
But that's why I
than what
say
the
that's
than
why I
what the
say it's
norm
different
is.
for everybody.
Yeah, I mean it's always, of course, it's gonna be different for everybody because I'm sure we're gonna have a point to where you say how men are, you know, lazy or not as attentive when they have a good woman around. But you know what I'm saying? I just think a lot of the times it's that relief feeling that a woman gets to where they like, all right, I cannot go as hard as I used to because there's somebody else.
Yeah, I mean we've gotten into this place in society where it's the new norm for women to be superwoman. Like
Is it
for
is it
her to be,
superwoman or is it the ethic that you already have
what
and
do you
it
mean?
stays there? So like you're not it's not being. Are you including the kids in the superwoman part, or what exactly are you putting in with superwoman? Because I'm looking at like your ethic. If it was working out, if you
I'm
had a
looking
hell of a
I'm
work
looking at
ethic,
it
if
I'm
you
looking
were
at it on a
entrepreneur,
whole because you're throwing several different things out there, but you're not looking at it from an aspect, or it doesn't sound like you're looking at it from an aspect of this person is doing all of those things. How do you call them lazy when they have all of those
because
things going on?
they stopped doing it when that
They stopped
man
doing it all, just all of it just went away.
some and like we say, this is some things they either stop doing it overall or some things they just slow down with doing it.
But you also have to realize when a new person comes into your life, you have to make room and time for that person. You have to make room and time. You're saying, hey, I want you to be involved in my life. I want you to be here. I want to see you. I want to spend time with you. I want to love on you, hug on you, cuddle with you. And if that is something that you're saying you're wanting to do, you're going to have to commit to giving them some of the time that you were previously given to other endeavors.
I think you can incorporate somebody into your time and your space because I know for me it was, I'm able to go to the gym, you know, 6 days a week, but I go during certain hours so that I can incorporate that time with my family, that time with, whatever else that I want to do. So I don't think you have to actually draw back from doing something.
So you don't think that you've changed, like, aside from scheduling them in, you don't think that you've changed what you've done or some of the things that you've done prior
you
to.
know how I work. You've known that for years,
Mhm.
and it's the same. It's the same way. I haven't drawn back from it. I'm able to.
I mean, but
function,
work is probably one of those things that
was able to keep.
you were able to keep. That's what I'm saying.
But-
like there are several different things that
but that's
people
what I
have.
was saying about being able to incorporate, an extra person or that person that comes into your life. Now, I'm not faulting nobody for, if they either don't know how to do it or if they, well, I guess that's the same as not knowing how to do it. I'm not faulting nobody for that. I just think, if this was your passion before me and you stop doing it or you slow down doing it, I'm trying to motivate you to keep doing what it is that I liked about you from the beginning, and I'm trying to motivate you to reach the goal that, if this is still your goal but you're just drawing back from it, I want to motivate you to get back to doing what you were doing.
I can see that. I can see that. But the only thing that I can see as far as the difference is, like I was saying, it's just that I feel like there comes a sacrifice because whatever you're adding into your life, everybody's not you. Number one,
Facts.
we know that everybody's not you, so everybody's not necessarily capable of saying, "Hey, well, I'm just gonna do." You know, I'm gonna do my gym time within this particular time. But if you're going to the gym, you said you were going in the mornings.
Yeah, mornings or during other hours. I can't say
See,
certain
that's what I'm
stuff on
saying.
here.
Like you gotta kind of move stuff around. You might have to lose out on a little bit of sleep that you was normally getting prior to then, so that you can go to the
I had a
gym.
kid, yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
like, you probably losing out on that sleep so that you can get up earlier in the morning to go to the gym so that you can spend time with your family. You know what I'm saying? It's regardless of how you look at it, it's still sacrifices being made. And then on top of that, you got to also take into account other people's energy levels, what they're able to take in, what different tasks that they're doing that requires them to put out more energy in one area than maybe another area. And when I speak on energy, that's physical, mental, emotional, all of it. Like you got to take those things into account before you can just say, "Oh, well, that's just laziness." It's not really that. It's more of this is what I'm currently capable of. Now it's time to, in that aspect, if you want them to do better, well, hey, how can we together, if we know that me being added to the picture is what has caused this change, how can we together fix that to where you're able to still do what you do, but we're able to still get our time in
Could you
together?
be understanding if somebody said that in that format that, with you coming into the picture, uh, you know, or with saying I came into the picture into your life and now you stopped doing what you used to do. You know, some and I'm gonna say some people would be like, well, what do you mean? What are you saying? It's like, the energy that you had towards your hobby or towards your passion,
Right.
it's not there no more. And I understand if you're trying to make room for me, but I know what's sufficient enough as far as time with each other, and we need to talk
You
about.
know what's sufficient enough.
I'm saying
But that's
we
for
need
you.
but that's what I'm saying. We need to talk about what's going to be efficient for each other, so that you can get back to what it is that you were doing before. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
doable.
And it it's like when you do the speculation of lazy. It's just the idea. It's not.
I just don't like that term lazy.
And I get it. Some people don't like the term nigga, but people say it anyway.
Lazy is just so ugly.
That's like, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I know somebody that would call me selfish, and I've helped them out more than enough times. Even when I wasn't in the mood and they didn't know that, I've helped them out. So I don't see how the fuck that's selfish. Cause you now you giving the little, you got your little eye rolling and shit going on. Do you think I'm selfish?
I think in certain areas that we can't talk about on the podcast, you're selfish.
Keep talking while I think about what are you saying. Cause
I'm
Oh.
just saying, you selfish. But when it comes to extending a helping hand to others, you are a fucking one.
thank you, thank you. But now I know what you're saying about my selfishness. But you know, I like shoes. I like shoes. That's what we're gonna leave it at. I like shoes.
Okay.
But I
Anyway.
mean, yeah. But the person who called me selfish, it was just like, how the. So the way you feel about lazy, like I said, the way I feel when somebody calls me selfish, because you know me specifically. I'm not a selfish person. I'm one of those people who are actually out there trying to do a lot for someone, who is trying to help people, who is trying to, I want to see people win. So for you to call me selfish, man, I be wanting to beat the shit out you, bro. I ain't fucking with it,
See?
man. I'm not doing that. But
Yeah, I don't
and-
like that lazy shit.
but I mean, I don't like lazy either.
I'm realizing I'm becoming a lot more understanding. Like I'm
Of
trying to
everything.
just generally speaking, like I spend a lot more time now trying to see both sides of situations.
And that is that's what jumps out at me all the time when I'm discussing anything or when I'm talking about something. I'm looking at the side of, okay, I get what you're saying, but I get why this reaction happened.
Right.
Motherfuckers don't want to hear that shit though.
No. I mean, cause it's truth in each aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't never like the truth.
Well, folks don't want the truth, man. Bitches
mean-
ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Hey, but
Childish.
no, they are. I need to stop drinking.
You do. You might live a happier and healthier life.
Happier, yeah. I don't know about healthier.
We
We all have our vice.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Anyways, but yeah. So
Yeah. So yes, back to the topic. It was, it was just, the idea. So I don't want no women, trying to come around talking that shit, talking about, motherfucker, we ain't lazy. Some of y'all are. Some of y'all aren't. I was just
exactly
speaking about
the
the
ones
lazy
that
motherfuckers who
are-
have a good man.
I don't. I think that's just all in their mental.
So the word, do
capacity.
you not use the term lazy?
I don't say I'm not gonna say that I don't use the term lazy, but I don't think that when when having this discussion, my mind went to like listening to some of the points that you made, and it was more of like you saying bitches lazy when in reality they just looking for a partnership. Like, but that, like, in my opinion, with me and you, that's something that we have a conversation about often. Cause for some reason, I don't really think you think I don't think that you really see what 50-50 is.
What is 50-50 then?
50-50, number one, is not just the bills and money and finances. We get that. We both have a firm understanding of that.
Right.
But 50-50 takes into account managing the household, making sure that you both are being sufficient partners to one another. It's not just her, having to put additional in. Like it's more than just, hey, I'm gonna do and you gonna do. It's actually
I think 50-50 is basically 50-50 is just the idea of combining 100. Because I mean, effort effort doesn't have a percentage, or it shouldn't have
but
a amount to
but
it.
you like to grade. Like you like to look at, you like to compare and contrast, especially considering like gifting is your love language. Like if when it come down to gifts and shit, you compare and contrast all the time.
Yeah, because I place gift giving into the portion of consideration. So when I say that, I'm saying, you know, I might not be doing this grand gifting thing, but I'm doing something considerate. That's a form of a gift, but it's just not a big thing. So like we've talked about it before. If I like a goddamn McDouble, I like to eat the things
Do you
like a
really?
motherfucker. It's an example,
Oh,
motherfucker.
I thought you said you like to. I was like,
For
okay,
example,
all
if I
right,
like to eat McDoubles a
my
lot,
bad.
you know what I'm saying, and you so happenly to go to McDonald's that day, and I'm at home and I ain't ate nothing yet.
Man, fuck you and your McDouble.
See, that's why motherfuckers be
I'm
selfish, man.
playing. I'm
Fuck these
playing.
hoes, but
I'm
fuck these
playing.
hoes.
But nah, like I mean, in situations like that, if I'm going to pick something up to eat, and if I'm going to pick up something to eat, and I know I'm headed home,
You gonna ask?
I'm gonna
Not
ask.
everybody asks. That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
ask.
saying.
Hey, I'm gonna at least call and say, "Do you want something?" Like that's just
Yeah, but that
that's just common courtesy.
But that's where you probably take the gift giving thing, and it might have been my mishap of not informing you on the variety of how I see gift giving. But yeah, that is I gifted you with the way that I'm showing you consideration. I know that you like XYZ. I was in the vicinity of XYZ and wanted to know if you wanted XYZ. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be every single time either.
But what I'm saying is,
Well, some
no.
people
What
it might do.
when I say you compare and contrast gift giving, what I'm saying is you will look at receiving a gift and you would be like, oh well, I only got, so I'm only giving. Like you compare, you're the type of person to be like, I'm gonna
In
give you
in
exactly what you give me.
in that sense, it's like you haven't understood something yet. So now I gotta fucking teach you. I'm trying to make this thing work, so I'm gonna show you what I'm saying I need from you. So, and some of the stuff you agreed, you said, hey, that motherfucker ain't doing it right. Fuck him. Fuck him. I mean, I guess it was towards, you're 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 cheering me on because of what I want, but it's like, how can I say it? It's like know how much somebody is giving it out how much somebody is out pouring out, you know, for the sake of you, for the sake of our relationship. And then, you know, on the flip side of that, understand what somebody else is pouring out is. But I still think, you know, and this kind of goes back to the lazy thing, but I still think sometimes women can get by with the bare minimum. I think women can get by with the
Explain.
bare minimum.
Explain.
We'll explain it another time.
No,
That's for another. We got storage, man. We got to deal with storage.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
But yeah, you know, sometimes, and you know, I mean, I'm sorry to say, you know, that's what it is.
We know what next week's topic is.
No, we're gonna do a part 2.
We not doing part 2.
Why we not gonna do part 2?
We not doing part 2 next week. You want to do part 2 next week?
Yeah, we can do part 2 next week. And then the week after that, we can talk about the bare minimum that women give.
We not part 2 tomorrow.
Hell no, nigga, folks.
Cut it out.
That nigga trying to find something to do. But no, yeah, we can save that, and then, you know, I'll explain what it is that I see. And this is not all women, of course.
That's just his truth.
That's just my facts, and
That's just his truth.
his facts and his facts.
His truth.
And
His truth.
other men's facts and some women's facts. You know,
His
some women
truth.
just give the bare minimum. But that's you know, that's okay. That's okay. If you can deal with it, stay strong. You finna cut my shit? You finna mute me? Oh,
No, nigga.
I thought you was finna mute me.
Golly.
But this was a good topic, man. Give me some. Come on, man. Come
Man,
on.
you done work my nerves.
That's why we're here.
You done work my nerves.
The foundation started on working your nerve. This is why we got what the fuck we got.
This is why we got his, hers, and the
The
Truth
Truth.
podcast.
Not giving.
By
the
the
bare
way,
minimum
follow us on social media at his, hers, the Truth.
on all of them. That's, well, while we still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I guess we can pick up on this later. You know. I'll tell you what. We can have it next week.
No, we having part 2 next week.
Do you know part 2 gonna be your
We
view?
we had that discussion already.
Okay. So all right, we got the next 2 weeks gonna be lit.
Mm.
So I'm gonna put some fire into that ass. So
You gonna get hurt.
I'm not gonna get hurt.
You gonna get hurt.
I'm not gonna get hurt by opinions.
Opinion.
Opinions.
Opinion.
You ain't never said opinion.
Well, nigga, it sounded like you said pins.
No, that's just your ears and how they listen.
Nah, that was just
They
you
fucked
talking.
up.
Anyways, that was
No,
his
don't
truth.
cut me off.
That was his truth.
Don't cut me off. My truth
That
is,
was his truth.
which is women give the bare minimum, and that
And
was her
somewhere
truth.
in between is
Is
the
the
real
real
truth.
truth.
Peace.
Baby, girl, you know you're all for me. Know you're all for me.
I see a little bit.
Really didn't know what to expect from us. Went on a couple dates, now we all booed up. Your ex left, you a mess, I'm here to clean you